franchise guy, and guys, it is time for our Madden 21 franchise mode. And I know I talked about I wanted to do the Eagles, but I think there's a team that needs me more than Philadelphia, and that is the Washington football team. And you see right here, that's not Dan Snyder. Yes, breaking news. Dan Snyder forced to sell the Washington Redskins after yet another controversy has dropped. But looking at our team, we have Dwayne Haskins Jr., the second-year quarterback. He 6'3", number 7, out of Ohio State. I mean, he's a young quarterback. He's, 23 years old? But we do have Alex Smith. Alex Smith, 36 years old. He's under contract a couple more years. He's a 67 overall. But take a look at this contract right here. He's under contract for 2 more years. He's got this year for what is that, $20 million, and he got $24 and $26 million the next 2 seasons. But Dwayne Haskins, though, he's a star QB, 71 overall, and then we got Ron Rivera's guy down here, and that was the thing. Dan Snyder sold the team, and they asked Ron Rivera, does he want to stay, and Ron Rivera opted to stay, even though Dan Snyder was no longer in charge. But we do have Adrian Peterson at running back. I'm just going over our team right now. We got Adrian Peterson. Veterans only got another year or 2 left in him. Jared McKissick, Peyton Barber, Bryce Love, and Antonio Gibson. Bryce Love hurt last year. It's going to be his first real season in the NFL this year. He's definitely going to be the number 2 running back behind Adrian Peterson, at least for now. But at 5'9", is he the running back of the future? Is he a true number 1? But taking a look at a receiving core pretty weak, honestly. Nothing to write home about. A lot of slot receivers, a lot of guys that you're not gonna write home about. But Scary Terry McLaurin is probably gonna be with us the longest out of all these guys here. He's 23 years old. We still have Cody Latimer, 6'3". I guess he's an outside threat. Same with Dontrell Inman. Trey Quinn, 6 foot, 24-year-old. He's a slot guy. Same with Kelvin Harmon. I mean, 87 speed. He's not going to burn you on the outside. Gandy Golden. I mean, he's a rookie, so you have some stuff to work with right here. He's 6'4". 86 speed is going to be brutal, though. He's like an Alshon Jeffries, like a rookie Alshon. Got Cam Sims. He's 65 at 24 years old. And Darvin Kisby, 63 at 25. These 2 guys just aren't going to make the team. Sorry. But we got Jeremy Sprinkle, tight ends. Tight ends are brutal. Tight ends are real brutal right here. Look at that. Jeremy Sprinkle's the number 1 tight end. Richard Rodgers, Logan Thomas, Hale Hentges, and Thaddeus Moss. I do know in real life Thaddeus Moss has been cut by the Redskins and put on the injured reserves list. But we don't actually, the roster update wasn't out yet, and we also are playing without pre-existing injuries. So Thaddeus Moss will not be here. He's gonna be here. But you see that Thaddeus Moss, he's not a blocking tight end. He is a receiving tight end, just like Jordan Reed. He's a rookie, so I think we're going to give Thaddeus Moss the start tight end, at least to start the season off with, just because we just need someone to throw the ball to. It can't just be Scary Terry out there. So I think Thaddeus Moss is going to be our starter. But offensive line's going to get real brutal real quick. We went from Trent Williams to Jerron Christian Sr., Charles Lucas III, and Adams. Oh boy. Maybe that's a player we try and go back, try and re-sign him maybe in the future. Mend the tides with Trent, but I don't know. Wes Schweitzer right here at left guard, 65 at 26. He's peaked. We can maybe get him up to a 70, but we need a new left guard. Chase Royer at 27-77 is very, I guess, salvage. He's usable. Can get him to maybe an 80 before regression starts to hit him, but the backups just aren't there. Brandon Sheriff, 5-year vet. He's 89, 28 years old. I mean, we got to keep him on this team. If we're going to have Trent Williams, we got to keep Brandon Sheriff at least. Got to have some main player on this O-line. And the thing is, he's 6'5", 315. We can put him at tackle. He's big enough to be tackle, especially when we get down to his blocks. His lead blocks, his pass block, his run block are all very, very good. opposed to, who else we have on this offensive line. But it's also Brandon Sheriff. He's a very valuable piece to us right now, so it might be better to trade him before he starts to regress. But look at Morgan Moses here. Morgan Moses, a 6-year vet. He's been around a little bit, but 29, 75. He's peaked right now. Regression is going to hit him. So everyone besides Sheriff, we need to start looking for replacements for him real quick. And look at these lead blocks. Look at these blocking. 70s, the lead block was an 81, while Sheriff was in the high 80s, if not low 90s. Defensive line is where Washington, that's where Washington's at right now. Ryan Kerrigan, the captain of this defensive line right now, 32, 85 years old. Followed behind him has got Montez Sweat. So both these players are going to be in rotation now. We might move Montez Sweat to linebacker, but that also makes Ryan Anderson, depending on if we move Sweat to linebacker, makes him a trade piece right here at 26.71. He is a very valuable rotation backup. Right end, we have second overall draft pick of Ohio State, Chase Young. He has an X factor. He has a hidden ability, I try to say, not an X factor. So hopefully it's like a superstar ability. I always get those confused. But Nate Orchard and James Smith-Williams, so not really much depth behind Chase Young. Matt Ioannidis, big defensive tackle right here at Temple right there, so he's going to be probably clogging up the center alongside Chase Young. We also have Daron Payne, former first-round draft pick, drafted right after the guy Vita Vea that went to the Buccaneers. But we also have Jonathan Allen, a former first-round draft. There's a lot of first-round draft pick defensive linemen in here. And Jonathan Allen's going to be one of these guys. Do we move him back to defensive end? Because right now, at defensive tackle, he's kind of going to be undervalued. I get he's a bigger guy. He's 300 pounds. But we might need to move him to defensive end. But right now, linebacker, we have Hamilton and Cole Holcomb. And looking at the two of these guys, Cole Holcomb was a rookie last year. And it's weird that he still doesn't have a face scan. But Holcomb out of North Carolina, we might just have to have him as our starting left outside linebacker. They're the same overall. Holcomb, I believe, is younger. Yeah, he's like a year younger. So, but he's a better athlete all around, I think, except for like hit power. But I'm not gonna make or break a player just on hit power. No, they're actually the same age, same overall. So I think Holcomb's gonna be our starter going forward. But we have Reuben Foster at middle linebacker. Reuben Foster, I'm not a fan of Reuben Foster. I'm going to put that out here now. Not a fan of Reuben Foster. Has a lot of off-the-field problems. But behind him we have John Bostic. He's 29. He's 69 overall. Nice overall, but not nice for a franchise. Kevin Pierre-Louis, 28, 69, nice overall. And Jared Norris. So middle linebackers are looking pretty weak right now behind Foster. But Foster and Bostic are right now our starting guys. Thomas Davis Sr. This is a Ron Rivera guy right here. Only reason why he's playing, I guess the reason why he's on the team right now is because he's a Ron Rivera guy. Ron Rivera brings him in here. Came from Carolina and brought in one of his guys. But he's only on a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. So he's going to retire at the end of the season. So we don't have to worry about trying to trade him like Alex Smith. So a bit of a different right there. Kendall Fuller is going to be our number one corner, followed by Ronald Darby. Probably one of the worst cornerbacks of all time, at least in the modern era. 92 speed. What a joke. He doesn't have 92 speed. He's got 83 speed. Let's get real here. We have maybe two corners. We have Kendall Fuller and Moreau, maybe Aaron Colvin. But Fabian Moreau and Kendall Fuller are going to be our two guys going forward, at least on the slot and on the outside. I mean, a lot of slot corners right here. It's looking like not a lot of big guys. We got Simeon Thomas. I mean, he's 6'3", so he can go up 1-to-1 with, say, a big Alshon Jeffrey. But Danny Johnson at 5'9", sorry, you can't go up on a number one receiver. Troy Apke, starting safety. I have no problem with Troy Apke right now. 25, 73, we can grow him. He got 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 94 agility. Behind him we got Jeremy Reeves. He's 24. He's 55 overall. That's brutal. I mean, sorry, but Apke's better at everything than Reeves except for hit power. And I'm okay with that. Maybe I make Reeves our sub linebacker, but I don't know. And here it comes to Landon Collins. Landon Collins, I cannot tell you why Washington went out and signed Landon Collins. He's 26 years old, 81 overall. They're paying him a lot of money. He's 5 years out of Alabama. He's a star player, only a star player. But we're going to add him to the trade block. He is a value piece that we do not need on this team right now. So he's going to be on the trade block. So we'll probably look to trade him probably in the middle of the season. But behind him, it's not like we have anything better. So we're playing to lose right now. We're playing to lose, and you're going to see why when we get to draft picks. But look at our kicker, Dustin Hopkins. He's 29, 79 overall. Dude's got a boot, 95 kick power, 87 accuracy. I can work with that. Definitely can work with that right there. Straight boot right there. 7 years out of whatever college he came from. And Tressway, 7 years out of Oklahoma. 91 overall. He's got a boot as well. Look at that. 97, 94. I think Tressway is our best player at 91 overall. But look at that. Projected 5th overall draft pick. Pretty sure we can definitely reach that right there. But with some guys on this team who have some questionable pasts, like Adrian Peterson, Reuben Foster, we're going to offer an olive branch out to another player with trouble pass, Josh Gordon, trying to add some outside threat to that receiver room. And we're going to bring in some more QB, battles right here. Is Kyle Allen the guy? He's a Ron Rivera guy. But Josh McCown, he's been on 8 teams so far. Can we make this his 9th team? Can he beat out Kyle Allen for it to be on his 9th NFL team? But we're going to go over our settings right now to end this, wrap this episode up. Going to be an all Madden sim, league start, trade deadlines on, trade type enabled, coach firing, CPU only, location is disabled because I don't want any, because Chargers like to move around for some reason. I'm not sure if they used to always move. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. But 10-minute quarters, accelerated clock is on, 20-second minimum clock, everything's going to be on manual down here. The true pop-ups are off, auto progress players is off. Look at our sliders right now. QB accuracy, pass blocking. Everything's been 50 for now. When we do have a good set of sliders that does come out, if not us just tweaking them throughout the episodes, I will highlight them, or I'll make a note of them. I'll make a comment that sliders have been adjusted. Injuries though are going to get dumped real quick right now. Bring that from 25 to 10. We're not trying to play, spring, a preseason game and, lose Dwayne Haskins for the season with a torn ACL. But going over everything else is going to be at 50%. Everything's going to be on right now. But I think I'm real excited to play this series right now. I'm real excited to play my first real Madden series on all Madden. We're going to be going off with the C4 slider set for XP sliders. These are what we used last year in our Madden 20 franchise mode. So everyone gets their respective help. Corner safeties don't really need help, but defensive linemen do, offensive linemen do, all that stuff right there. But if you guys are excited for this series, hit that like button down below. Comment, subscribe to the channel. We'll upload the next episode on Sunday at 12 p.m. maybe 11, but that's into. Peace out and rock on.